Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It is 9 AM on a Saturday because apparently I hate myself. I've got work to do and I'm ever so slightly sick of sitting in my flat to do it. So I am going on a quest to try out a library in London because there's plenty of libraries in London. There are plenty. Some of them are nicer than others. And today I'm going to be trying out the Canada Water Library. It's near the river, it's in a nice area, it looks very fancy, so I'm going to see what it's like to go and study there. Hello, Editing Lewis here to say that I did not explain myself very well in this intro clip, probably because I was so tired. I went to study in the library and then I decided to go on a kind of sightsee trip of London, and I just didn't mention that because I don't know why. So that is the whole point of this video, studying for a bit and then going and taking a break around London. And later on in this video I am going to give you a tour of my new Notion setup because I've joined the bandwagon, I've set up a Notion account and I'm obsessed. I'm just obsessed, and I think everyone should give it a go, so I'm going to show you that later on. But for now, let's go and get on the tube because I'm not going to get anywhere sat at this desk. This lift is like a spaceship. This is so cool. So I got bored and travelled to Westminster and oh, my city's so pretty. Just bumped into a massive protest. That was fun. Did get a free newspaper though. Finally found somewhere a bit quiet. So I've come to Westminster, walked around for a bit. Don't really know what I'm going to do next. I'll probably get back on the tube in a little bit because there's a massive protest going on in Westminster, so it's very turbulent. So I'm probably going to head out. I'm going to try and go to the Sky Garden. So I'm at the monument and I actually cannot believe I climbed up that when I was like 7. I came here with my dad and I've never been back. It's been like, what, 13 years and I've never ever been back. I wish I could climb up it, but it's closed. I'm really sad. Also, can't go to the Sky Garden because I didn't realise you had to book and they've run out of booking slots for like 3 weeks, so that's really fun. And this is the street where the Great Fire of London started. History tour with Lewis. So I've accidentally wandered into Leadenhall Market, which, if you don't know, is where Diana McGinally was, Harry Potter. I'm walking now here. It's so weird because I remember when I was a kid, I used to dream of coming here. And now, like, being out at Strands and after what she who must not be named has done, being here is really sad. I'm sad, but I'm gonna leave because I'm sad, because fuck JK Rowling, am I right? I swear the Gherkin is simultaneously the prettiest and ugliest building in London. Make it make sense. So I've gone on a wander and ended up in loads of skyscrapers. Don't really know where I am or where the nearest tube station is, but it's London, I'm sure I'll find one soon. I don't really know where I'm gonna go next. Am I tripping or does that look like the trans flag? It looks like it to me. We love allies. I finally found somewhere quiet where I can talk normally. Hello. So, I am lost in all these big buildings. I don't really know where I am or where I'm gonna go next. My biggest mission is to find a loo, and on my mission to try and find a loo, I found this really cute little garden just in the middle of all these skyscrapers. I guess they're here so like office workers can come and chill here in their breaks, but it's really nice and very random place to have it. But then again, London is a very random city. And now I've waffled, I need to go and find a loo. Editing Lewis jumping in again because apparently I'm the worst vlogger in the world and this jump in time will make no sense. So I said I wanted to go and find a loo. I got completely lost, was wandering around for ages and managed to wander to the Tower of London. Don't ask, but I found Tower Hill tube station and I thought, this is my chance. I need to go somewhere where I know for sure there's going to be a loo for me to use. And the only place my brain came up with was Tottenham Court Road, because directly outside Tottenham Court Road there is a McDonald's, which I know lets the public use the bathrooms. That was like a 20-minute journey, so I don't know what I was thinking. So I had to travel to Monument on the District line and then walk underground for like 20 minutes to get to Bank, to then get on the Central line to get to Tottenham Court Road. Long story short, I managed to find the bathroom, big success, and then I did some shopping in Oxford Street and Tottenham Court Road, which is what you're about to see. It's home time. Okay, here we are, my favourite part of this video. Here is my Notion student dashboard. You can use Notion for absolutely anything and everything. You could use it for a reading journal, film journal, a personal journal if you like. But for me, I wanted to use this to organise my academics, so I found a student dashboard template. I'm going to try and link the templates I used in the description, but I'll be honest, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that. I'm going to try my best. If they're not there, sorry. Anyway, so here is my dashboard. Here is my cover photo, which is just a photo of my desk. I, to be honest, had no clue what to put as my cover photo, so it's that for now. It could change. Then I have a little dancing plant as my kind of profile photo. I think it looks adorable. I'm very, very glad I found that little dancing plant. Then we have a motivational quote. The template that I chose came with this little section to put a quote in, and I decided to change the quote, and I've chosen, "It's hard to beat a person who never gives up." That is a mantra I'm trying to live by this semester, and so far I think I'm doing an okay job. Then to the left we have my to-do lists for the day. As you can see, I've only ticked one of my items off my list so far, and it's nearly 7 p.m, but no worries from me, because I'm going to get them all done after I finish filming this video. So I promise they're gonna get done. Then in the middle we have a little weather widget for widgets for your Notion spreadsheets or documents, whatever you're going to use it for. I would highly recommend Indify. They have loads of different little widgets that you can add to your dashboards or lists to make it just look a little bit more fancy, and you don't have to code them yourself. You just plug in whatever you need to plug in. So yeah, definitely recommend Indify, and that's where I got this little weather widget from. As you can see, the weather over the next couple of days in London is not going to be very nice. We love being in England. Then to the side I have a little boho rainbow. I've become obsessed with neutral colour palettes recently, as you could probably tell if you watched my studio room tour, which I would recommend watching. It will be in the description. I'll put it in the description. I'm learning this YouTube thing, and I just thought that really encapsulates my vibe now. Then I have a little calendar underneath. I'm pretty certain this came with the template and I didn't have to put this in as a separate widget. But again, on Indify, there will definitely be a calendar widget if you can't find one. And I didn't have to put the month and year myself. It just automatically did that, which is very handy for someone who is useless with technology. Then I have my daily check-ins. These are the questions that came with the template, but I thought they were really, really, really good. So I have, what are my priorities today? And what do I want to complete by the end of the day? As someone who is very, very easily stressed, having these two different sections for my to-do list is great, because if I have a set of concrete things that I absolutely must get done that day, I get more stressed and therefore less likely to do those things. So having my priorities, I can put maybe 3 or 4 things in that section that I absolutely must get done that day, because 3 or 4 things, that's fine. And then what do I want to complete by the end of the day? That's the list with less pressure. It's if you've got time, if you're feeling motivated enough, do these things. If not, they can go on my to-do list for the next day. Then to the right, I have a little about me section. This again came with the template. and you could change this to suit whatever you're using it for, but I just filled in my name, age, what I'm studying, and when I'm graduating. Having my graduation date there is also really surreal. Like, that's in 2 years. That's crazy to me that I will be graduated with a degree in neuroscience in 2 years. I guarantee I won't be saying that during finals, but then I have my dreaded assignment section. This connects to another page that has all of my assignments scheduled into it. I'm going to show you that in a second, but I have due within the week and due within the next month. And I really, really like this format of having two separate lists for them to flow into, because when it comes into the due within the next month, this is all automated, by the way. I don't have to put things in here. They will just come up. But the due within the next month, that's when I can go, okay, I need this on my radar now. I can start working on this. And then when it goes into the due within the week, it's okay, this is a whole energy process. I need to put all of my energy into getting this done. I find that really handy. Again, as someone who is disorganized as all hell and gets very, very stressed, this helps my anxious brain. Then I have my study playlist to the side, which is literally just a 3-hour YouTube video of lo-fi music, because that's what I tend to work best with. I sometimes listen to a podcast, sometimes I'll just listen to a YouTube video, but I always have my phone on the other side of the room and my headphones on, so I'm not tempted to just sit and watch a video if it's on. But yeah, study playlist. If you haven't got a study playlist yet, what are you doing? That's the big question. And that's my student dashboard. So let's go into the dreaded assignments tab. In here, I can just input all of my assignments. I can put what module the assignment is for, the title, all the general gist of what the assignment is, the weighting of it, which is great because sometimes you may look at this essay and go, I can't really be bothered to do this to the best of my ability. But then when I see it's 50% of my module grade, I'm like, heck, I really need to do well on this essay. It's a good motivator for me. Then I have the due dates and what type of task it is, whether it's an assignment, whether it's an exam, whether it's a presentation. It's all there in front of me. I don't even have to think about it. It takes up so much less space in my brain. I love this little tab, which leads me very nicely into the university tab. Here it is. The bookmark takes you straight back to the assignments page if that's where you need to go. Then I have my academic to-do lists, where I have all 3 of my modules. So my modules that I'm taking are biological psychology, introduction to psychological research methods, and developmental psychology. Nothing is in this to-do list yet, and that's because I don't really have anything to do. So once I do, this list will be full to bursting, and I will wish it looked like this again. Then I have my weekly course schedule, which is basically just my timetable. As you can see, in terms of contact hours, not very heavy. I only have 9 contact hours a week right now, but that doesn't mean that I'm only in 9 hours a week and do nothing else. My whole life is work, let's put it that way. The reason I have so little contact hours is purely because of the pandemic, and they're obviously trying to prevent the university having to close again, which is completely fine. I understand that. So that's kind of everything on here. There are also individual pages for the modules. These aren't very filled out either, I do apologise. But again, these are all templates. I'm not taking any credit for any of this system, but I'll just use biological psychology as an example. You can put in your instructor's name and email so that you can just click the link and it will take you straight to writing an email to your, maybe it's your module leader, your seminar leader, your course leader, whoever that may be that you want to put in there. Maybe you want to put in multiple emails. It's a good data bank to have it all just here. Then there is an option for course syllabus, which I'm going to change for my module handbooks, which is something that our uni gives us, which is basically just a big rundown of the modules. I guess it's kind of the same. Learning objectives, I'm probably going to get rid of that one because the learning objective changes all the time when you move to a new topic. So I think for me that's a little bit redundant. Unfortunately, same with the grade calculator. I don't have modules in separate parts, so I will never do biological psychology again. It will all just flow into different modules. So having a grade calculator across modules isn't really helpful to me. I'm definitely going to take this grade calculator and use it across my semesters though, because obviously from semester to semester you want to see improvement, and I think that will be handy for that. But having it within the module sections is probably not the most helpful for me. Then I have exam prep, which isn't really helpful right now because I don't have any exams right now. But when I do, I guarantee that little section is going to save my life. I can plan assignments there, store the files there if I need to. I have a feeling it's going to become my best friend in a few short months. And then a section for using the Pomodoro method. If you don't know what the Pomodoro method is, I think it's where you work for 25 minutes and have a 5-minute break. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I have not done the Pomodoro method in a very, very long time, but I want to get back into it because it used to be the only thing that would get me out of a study rut. If I really wasn't motivated at all, I would just do maybe 2 hours of the Pomodoro method, and because it's so chunked up, it was really good for getting me out of that. So apologies, I don't even know the time blocks, but I am going to start using that again once I've figured out how long the Pomodoro method actually takes. Let me go back to the main dashboard, and on the side over here we have quick links to my courses, which you've already seen where they are. Navigation, obviously we've already been to the university section. And before I go to the other little sections I have there, let's have a look at these little widgets, which I think are really cute. We have these little loading bars which go through the year, the month, the week and the day. I love this widget. I found it on Indify, and I just thought it was a really funky way to see the progression of the years. I don't know, I just thought it was really cool. Although very scary that we're already 11.8% of the way through the year. Like, we're already in the second month of the year. Crazy to me, just crazy. And then underneath that one, we have the end of the semester countdown. Very exciting. Although not exciting because my semester ends, I have like 2 weeks off and then I have exams. So not that exciting, but does keep me motivated when I am struggling. So I love that widget. And again, that was on Indify. Let's go back to the navigation. This tour is all over the place, I'm so sorry. So the other tabs we have in navigation are my expenses and home cleaning, because I am rubbish with both of those things. I am rubbish with remembering when or why I need to clean things, and I'm rubbish at spending too much money. So if we go into my expenses, again, this is very barren right now. So it has a little section for your monthly cap on your spending. For me, it's £200 a month, which may not sound like much, but as someone who doesn't have a social life, £200 is fine. It covers my travel, it covers my food. That's all I really need it for. So again, we have the expense, so what you've spent money on, how much you spent, the categories, so you can add takeout, travel, home, bills, groceries, whatever you need, you can add to those categories. You can add a little comment, so say if you've spent £10 on a train ticket, where did you go? You could use it kind of as a little documentation of fun things you did, and then the date you made that expense, and then the plus sign. I'm not entirely sure what that little section is for. I'm sure I'll figure it out at some point. But yeah, that's my expenses section. Again, very barren, but it will come in handy when the time is right, because right now we don't even want to talk about my finances. We really don't. We'll go into home cleaning. That's far more exciting. So we have a daily checklist, and again, I haven't filled this out very much. This app has taken me a long time to get used to, okay? So the daily checklist, you can add loads of different tasks down the side, and then you can just tick off on what day you did those things. So say for something like making your bed, for a lot of people that's a habit, for a lot of people it isn't. If you want to make it a habit, you can check off every single day you do it and keep tabs and hold yourself accountable when you don't do it. On the sidebar, we have weekly cleaning for the different rooms. So for me, I have my kitchen, my bedroom, my bathroom, and miscellaneous. And I tend to do those on days where I do not have lectures. So my kitchen, I clean on a Wednesday because I don't have any lectures that day. Bathroom on Friday because, again, I don't have any lectures that day. Saturday is my more chilled weekend day, and that's when I tackle the bedroom. And then on Sunday, when it's a very, very work heavy day, I will just do miscellaneous cleaning. Then we have the refill section, which is probably my favourite bit of this entire part of my Notion. So you can have 3 different sections
or maybe even more if you feel like it, but for me it's 3. I have good supply, running out and buy now. As you can tell, I've clearly done a good job of stockpiling recently because pretty much everything is in good supply. In each of the individual items, you can put in how many you have left, and I'm pretty sure there's a way you can plug in when it hits a certain amount, it will move the item into a different section automatically, I think. Please don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure you can. But for me, I'm more than happy to do this bit manually because I can just do it at the end of every cleaning session if I've used certain things. I love this section. I think it's great. And that, my friends, let's go back to the dashboard, is my Notion. It's definitely not the flashiest and definitely not as aesthetic as other people's, but you know what? It works for me. It's what I like, and I think it's going to help me a lot. I will keep you posted on how much it helps me because there's nothing I hate more than false productivity. So I will only comment on this later if I think it's done good. Right now, I think it's great. I think the whole premise of it is fantastic. The fact that it's free for students, blessed. The fact that you can get free templates so you don't have to spend hours coding or trying to figure out how to plug it all in yourself, I think that's also fantastic. So I've got nothing bad to say right now, but when it comes to the actual productivity and the practicality of it, I'll let you know. So here we are. If you have made it to the end of this video, claps to you, because woo, this video is long, but I do blame the Notion tour entirely. Thank you so much for watching this incredibly random day in my life. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. Where is your favourite place to study in London if you study in London? Because I need all the tips and all the cute little places to go. But yeah, that's it from me. I will see you next Sunday with another video. Bye!